Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia and a quick update over from the situation at the Lyman Front. This is Lyman. Previously I called this the Crimea Front, which is over here because the Ukrainians, the situation flipped to become the Russians are the one on the offensive. So anyway, over in the Ivanivka region, I did reported previously, in the situation report that the Russians have crossed the causeway and established a small foothold over in Ivanivka. This foothold has expanded into a massive bridgehead. There's no bridge over here, but it's a bridgehead. So, and based on Ukrainian mapping, they also show that the Russians attacked from the direction from Novosadove and taken the northern shores of this reservoir. And they have expanded control and taken additional tree lines in the north of the settlement and actually secured it with the more captures over on the west, and geolocation shows them that they have progressed further south, basically capturing the entire settlement of Ivanivka, which means that the Russians now have a forward operating position to continue to expand on the western bank of the Zherebets River. So because this river here, this is actually the Zherebets River, which links to this reservoir, which I believe is used for irrigation purposes. So if you zoom in, this is the Zherebets River. You can see the word Zherebets. Yeah. So if we zoom out a bit, we can see actually the strategic situation in this sector here, where the Russians have basically taken all this position. Of course, we already know that the Russians are consistently attacking Terny. Although the Ukrainian resistance over in Terny is very strong, the Russians have not been very successful. Like the progress is super slow. It's not successful. It's not successful, but it's just super slow. So, but you can see there is massive entrenchment line all along these areas. The Ukrainians already expected that they may not necessarily hold the Zherebets River forever, building up this stronghold. There's another one in the north, leading all the way to Novolyubivka. What I feel at this moment is that the Russians is not going to push westward. I think they're going to push northward and capture Novolyubivka, and which means they're going to be attacking this entrenchment in the north from the rear position. So if you're going to zoom out a bit more, you can see that there's this defense line. They are facing this direction. They are defending the Zherebets River. And then this the other defense line, which is also facing the similar direction. The reason why there's nothing below is because there's a water border. There's reservoirs here. So they believe that this is actually a very strong defense line. However, the Russians broke it. And now this entire first line is now under threat. The Russians can now attack into the rear positions and then capture this entire territory around Makiivka. So this is most likely what is going to happen next. So this breakthrough is very significant. The capture of Ivanivka is rather surprising. So it's part of this new winter offensive that the Russians have launched since 2025. So this is actually very significant strategic change in this region here. And the rest of the region, the Russians, of course, are continuing to push over in Yampolivka, Torske, and Zarechny. But this is the main push. This area here is the main offensive. So anyway, just a very quick update over the situation at Lyman, where the Russians have a breakthrough over at Ivanivka. And this is not the only beachhead or bridgehead that the Russians have taken these few days. There's another one over in Vorishna, which I'll probably cover in a separate video. So thank you for watching. Press the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next update.